Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel, or welcome to my YouTube channel if you are new. My name is Connor, aka Hungry Cow Plant. Today I am sharing with you 10 gameplay tips to spice up your legacy challenge. Because a legacy challenge can get quite boring over time, and because you're doing 10 generations and it literally takes too long, so you have to get creative when you are doing it. Otherwise it will get boring and you'll give up and basically all that. Also, I know you are confused because I normally upload on Sundays now, but this time I'm making an exception because it's not a let's play, it's not a gameplay video, and I do let's plays of a legacy challenge on my channel if you want to check that out. So the first tip I have for you guys is to have more than one child. This will add more of a challenge and it will make it much harder because, as we all know, everything is far too easy in The Sims, and if you have more than one child it will make it more stressful, and more stress equals more fun. Also, you'll be able to interact with extended family members that move out and have families of their own, but we'll get more into that later. Tip number 2 is add some storyline. I have told you guys time and time again to add drama to your gameplay, otherwise it will get really boring because every sim day will be the same. And you could add storylines as well. Literally, you could have divorces, breakups, kids running away or runaway teens, literally pets running away, or literally you can let your creativity run wild because you're playing 10 generations. And if you are playing it vanilla, like everything happy and everything's so happy and everything's so cheerful and all that, it'll get very, very boring very fast. Tip number 3 is do the extreme legacy challenge. What I mean by this, instead of starting off with 1,800 simoleons, instead start off with nothing, literally nothing. Because this is going to be really, really hard, and that's what we like, because to make it more harder. It keeps scrounging around for collectibles. You will have to keep working extra hard at work, and it will take a lot longer to build a house. Instead of starting off with 1,800 simoleons, you've got nothing, and it is really hard, believe me. But if that's what you want, go for it. Now, this one I have struggled with a lot, and I know it is hard, believe me, but take your time. Don't rush it, even though it is really hard. Don't constantly press the speed button through every day, constantly waiting for your Sims to age up so you can go on to the next generation, because you will regret it, because I regret it. I regret rushing it, and I regret missing out a lot of the Sims time, all the stuff I could have done with them when they were growing up. They could have made friends and all that. Basically, I regret it, and if you do it, you will regret it as well. The next tip I have for you is to take your family out. Go out to community lots, go to the park. If your kids are old enough, take them to the bar. Or you can take them to the diner or restaurants, wherever you want to go. But take them out, don't stay on the same lot, your house lot, all throughout the whole challenge, because it'll get very boring. Meet your neighbours, make friends, and also just have fun with it, because if you stay on the same lot throughout the whole challenge, it'll just get boring. And this one is quite important for me because I like to look back. Take family photos. This one is a bit of a pain in the arse because literally taking photos is a nightmare. But if you're a PC gamer, you can download the Pose mod. I don't know what it's called. I'll have to get it on screen right now, but it basically adds poses to The Sims, and basically you can just take photos much better, and you can put them, and if you take them with your camera with the Machino pack, it'll be much easier and a lot more fun to have family photos, because you get to look back on your ancestors and stuff like that. This one I mainly do for the ghost gameplay, but add a family cemetery so you can, because I know it sounds a bit boring, but as you go through the generations it'll literally get bigger, and it will just keep getting bigger and bigger because it's 10 generations. And don't just add your hair to add other family members as well, like the brothers and sisters, aunts, uncles, cousins, literally everyone and then you'll see how big it grows, and your house will be overloaded with ghosts until their spirits fade away. If you keep adding your tombstones, they'll there'll be more ghosts and your house will pretty much be a haunted house, but it'll be much fun. It's so much fun for me and I recommend you do it. The next tip I have is become an occult. You don't have to do this for every generation, but adding a little bit of supernatural will literally go a long way, because you're, instead of just playing like vanilla and like having every sim be human in each generation, you could add a vampire, and this is where storyline comes into place, another storyline, because you could have a vampire, you have to find a cure for vampirism before you have kids, and then you have to have kids before you become too old to have kids. More drama, more story, and that's what my channel is literally all about. Tip number 9 is pay attention to the extended family members. Now, the rules say you can't move off the lot once you are moved in, your founder moves in, but you can move off the siblings or the partner, the wife, spouse, whatever. But when you do, you can just like go into manage households and switch to that household. But I would recommend you turn aging off for that, because you don't want your main household, your legacy household, aging. But if you do this, it will literally you could add like cousins, and yeah, they could have their own siblings, they can have their own little lives outside of your legacy challenge. You can play like a little bit of rotational gameplay. Basically, just imagine how big the family tree will be one day when you look back and look on the family tree genealogy. Literally how big it will be. Just imagine how cool it would be and how fun it would be to explore your other households. Just go for it. And the final tip I have for you guys is to let bad things happen. I have mentioned this when I did a video on playing rotationally, but you want to let those bad things happen. And it's also against the rules to restart if something bad happens. Once something bad happens, you have to move on. But what I'm saying is let those bad things happen and work with it. Because if your sim burns their house down, you'll have to work really hard to build a new house. It'll add a whole new level of challenge, and it'll add more hardness, it'll make it more hard, and it will also add more stress. And from what I've heard, more stress equals more fun. And that's all the tips I have for you guys. I hope you guys did enjoy. If you did enjoy, please make sure you like, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you all next time. Bye.